In this video, we will explore the critical issue of how melting glaciers are reshaping global sea levels and what that means for our planet's future. As temperatures rise, the accelerating loss of ice from glaciers and ice sheets poses a serious threat not only to coastal communities but to ecosystems worldwide. Join us as we delve into the science behind rising sea levels, the alarming rates of ice loss in Greenland and Antarctica, and the implications of these changes for our environment and global society. It's time to understand the full scope of this urgent global concern. 1. Rising sea levels. A global concern. Melting glaciers are one of nature's most profound transformations, significantly impacting global sea levels. As these frozen behemoths begin to thaw, vast amounts of water are released into the oceans. Notably, the ice loss from Greenland and Antarctica stands as a major contributor to this phenomenon. The melting of glaciers doesn't just raise sea levels, it reshapes coastlines and alters marine ecosystems. It's akin to filling a bathtub with water. It doesn't take much for the waterline to rise significantly. This ongoing process poses a pressing challenge that demands our attention and action. 2. The accelerating rate of sea level rise. Since 1880, global sea levels have risen approximately 20 centimeters, or about 8 inches. This seemingly modest increase is anything but trivial. The rate of this rise has picked up pace in recent decades, driven largely by accelerated ice melt. Imagine a leaky faucet slowly filling a sink. Initially, it might seem insignificant, but over time, the accumulation becomes undeniable. As glaciers continue to melt at unprecedented rates, the consequences of rising sea levels become increasingly urgent. This acceleration underscores the pressing nature of climate change and the need for global cooperation to address it. 3. Glacial contribution to sea level rise. Glaciers and ice sheets play a critical role in sea level dynamics. It's estimated that about 2/3 of recent sea level rise can be attributed to their melting. The remaining portion is due to the thermal expansion of seawater as it warms. Picture a melting ice cube in a glass of water, causing the water level to rise. This simple analogy highlights the impact of disappearing glaciers on our oceans. The interplay between melting ice and expanding water creates a complex mosaic that scientists are striving to understand. This understanding is crucial for predicting future changes and preparing for their effects. 4. The Greenland ice sheet's alarming loss. The Greenland ice sheet, a colossal mass of ice, is experiencing rapid melting. This ice sheet alone has contributed nearly 25% to global sea level rise in recent years. Visualize a giant ice block gradually shrinking under a relentless sun. This is the stark reality facing Greenland. The accelerated ice loss here is a clear indicator of our planet's changing climate. As the ice melts, it not only raises sea levels but also impacts ocean currents and weather patterns. The consequences of Greenland's ice loss are far-reaching and warrant immediate attention. 5. Antarctica's ice loss. A growing threat. Antarctica, particularly its western region, is another critical player in the global sea level narrative. The ice loss from the Antarctic ice sheet is occurring at an alarming pace. Imagine a massive ice shelf breaking apart and melting into the sea. This is the scenario unfolding in Antarctica. The implications are profound, as this ice melt contributes significantly to rising sea levels worldwide. The loss of Antarctic ice is a stark reminder of the urgent need to address climate change on a global scale. The fate of this icy continent holds critical importance for the future of our planet. 6. Mountain glaciers. Small but significant. While the polar ice sheets grab most of the headlines, mountain glaciers also play a role in sea level rise. Glaciers in regions like the Himalayas, Andes, and Alps are melting, albeit on a smaller scale compared to their polar counterparts. Picture a series of small streams flowing into a larger river. Each stream may seem minor, but collectively, they contribute to the river's flow. Similarly, melting mountain glaciers add to the global sea level rise, albeit modestly. Their contribution, though smaller, is still significant and highlights the interconnectedness of our planet's ecosystems. 7. Long-term impact. A future at risk. If current rates of ice loss continue, the future holds grave implications. Sea levels could rise by several feet by the end of the century. This scenario poses significant risks to coastal communities worldwide. Imagine a rising tide encroaching upon a shoreline, threatening homes and livelihoods. The threat is not just theoretical, it's a looming reality that demands our attention. The long-term impact of melting glaciers underscores the urgency of addressing climate change and implementing adaptive measures to protect vulnerable regions. 8. Climate feedback loops. A vicious cycle. Melting glaciers are part of a complex climate feedback loop. As ice melts, it reduces the albedo effect, which is the reflection of sunlight back into space. This leads to further warming and more ice melt, creating a self-reinforcing cycle. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering momentum and size as it goes. This vicious cycle accelerates climate change and amplifies its effects. Understanding and disrupting these feedback loops is crucial to mitigating the impact of melting glaciers on global sea levels. 9. Threats to coastal areas. An urgent challenge. Rising sea levels present a direct threat to coastal areas worldwide. The risk of coastal flooding, erosion, and habitat loss becomes increasingly severe as sea levels rise. Imagine waves crashing against a crumbling cliff, slowly wearing it away over time. This imagery captures the relentless threat faced by millions living in low-lying coastal regions. The challenges are immense, but with them come opportunities for innovation in coastal protection and resilience. Addressing these threats requires a coordinated effort at local, national, and global levels. 10. Global implications. Beyond the coastline, the implications of rising sea levels extend far beyond coastal areas. They impact agriculture, freshwater supplies, and infrastructure, posing challenges across the globe. Picture a domino effect where one change leads to another, cascading through various sectors of society. This interconnectedness highlights the need for urgent action to mitigate climate change and adapt to its effects. The global consequences of sea level rise underscore the shared responsibility we have in addressing this pressing issue. As we navigate these challenges, the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow.